coming back in there. It's not coming up at all.
It'll take a minute for it to come in.
We're being difficult tonight, people. It's not okay.
Yeah, because I don't show anybody on yet.
There we go. It's fixed.
Oh, so you can hear me? Okay. All right. We're back on. We are back on.
All right.
I'm not touching anything. And there we go.
Fix our clothing, readjust ourselves. As I flash boob tattoo.
Right. Yeah, I'm showing clean today.
I love it. And we're back.
We are back. We had some technical difficulties.
Obviously, this message didn't want to get out there.
So,
or maybe your girl just didn't want to hear it because she's a Virgo.
Right. Welcome to the Witching Hour.
Again with your host.
Yes, Miranda and Nina.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, that threw me off a little bit. So, anyways,
and then rewind and restart.
Hey, we're gonna rewind and restart. Hopefully, I can remember what I said because we just freestyle all over the place. So we were talking about.
You can't make me laugh. I'll start
I'm
coughing.
sorry. Try not to make Miranda laugh today, okay? So I can't be as Leo-y as I like to be.
She can't be her cute self.
So, Miranda does have a very bad cough, so she's going to be doing minimal talking today, and hopefully no laughing. We don't want her to pee her pants. That's me, though. I'm the one that pees my pants, not her.
I just cough like I'm dying.
There I go. Anyways, this episode we're going to talk about the gentle truth of January. The gentle truth for yourself, and when it's time to let go of things, and also when it's time to just rest, from being honest about yourself, from burnout, spiritual burnout, from other things,
mental, physical,
spiritual, all of the above.
We just got through the holidays, so a lot of people are burned out. I know myself, I am burned out.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that's my problem, so.
Yeah. And we were talking about, when you get spiritually burnt out or energetically burnt out, emotionally burnt out, you get sick. Yeah, right there. So things like that do happen. And especially, with this being the tail end of the year of the snake, and yes, we're still in the year of the snake, guys. It just doesn't snap and change overnight. We're still doing a slow transition into the horse, the fire horse,
and charging ahead.
Yes, and so we're still shedding right now, and it's okay. So right now, we just want to show you some ways to be truthful with yourself, and what it consists of is just being honest about what you're tired of carrying, whether it's
Do you
any
see
type
somebody
of
at the door, Cece?
Financial burdens, emotional burdens, family burdens, anything like that, spiritual burdens,
just being tired, you guys, just being wore out.
Yeah.
I myself took a big hit this last year. I know you went through a lot of shit this last year. Cece, can we get the door?
Cece? Cece? Will you get the door?
The door.
Yeah.
Who said the door? My
For Miranda.
It's for me. Sorry, Cece.
It's for me. Okay, so yeah, you feel heavy, you feel burdened, your energy sucks, you want to just sleep, And that's okay. We're, like I said, we're in the last part of the shedding. We haven't fallen into moving forward yet. And it's not being okay, so sorry, I had to read some of my notes. You know, it feels quiet, heavy, but what we're actually doing is revealing the truth and what is going to inspire us into the next year. You have to have that break. You have to have that break. Okay, and especially from burnout.
Yeah. You guys, I always tell people, if the cards are warning you or your spirit team is coming through and they're warning you and they're telling you take a break, if you do not take that break, you will be forced to take that break.
You will be forced.
And I guarantee it'll be a lot worse. And I'm notorious for this because I'm a Virgo. My brain never stops going. And I'm going to try to get through this whole thing without coughing to death on you guys. I'm so sorry. My body will force me to physically take a break. I will come in here, right? I'll have a ear infection, a bladder infection, sinus infection, all these things going on all at once because that's what I do to myself.
And it's not healthy. You can totally avoid it by listening to your body, first of all. Listening to your spirit. You know, and this is just from people doing too much, whether it's forcing your faith, too much healing. Yes, too much healing, you guys. And worrying or waiting for closure of certain things. Waiting for closure is actually probably one of the worst ones in my opinion because you are leaving your energy open to wait for clarification from somebody else.
That's never going to give it to you. Be fine with no answer. No answer is an answer, baby girl.
Exactly. You know, and so with the winter energy, and you know, I call it the dead season, you know, it exposes us from the hustle, okay? Because everybody slows down. We don't have the hustle to distract us from other things, you know, from staying busy, from not focusing on ourselves, or from focusing too much on ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen any videos of Granny's Gone Wild lately, right?
I know, really.
It's because
Granny ain't gone wild. Granny's tired as fuck. That's what happened.
Granny's have decided to stay inside.
Because my feet go numb and cold, and I'm not trying to do all that.
And there I go coughing.
No. So your hustle basically masks you. If your spirit feels tired, it doesn't mean it's broken. It's just asking for truth, for you to be truthful and honest with yourself. You know, revealing over manifestations, over praying, over reading, over healing. You know, and you're gonna know that you're overdoing something, especially when your rituals or your spell work or your spiritual work feels like a chore. And you're just like, I don't really want to do this. Then don't fucking do it, okay? Don't do it. You're burning yourself out. Guilt when you rest. If you have guilt when you rest, not me. That's one thing I don't have. I will go and plaster out, and I don't care what everybody else is doing. If I'm tired, I'm sleeping. You know, but some people do. They have guilt when they try to rest.
Movie theaters too, you
guys. I
guys.
do. Don't ever take me on a date to the movies because I will fall asleep and I will snore right in your ear. Okay.
I didn't go that far. I was just
because I did snore. Okay,
it was embarrassing. Me watching The Conjuring by myself, and then the other girl that went with us, she was in labor.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh.
Yeah, she was in labor, and The Conjuring, they have a baby coming out the belly, and it's just evil, Knievel, and yeah, it was great. It was great.
We had fun.
We always have fun, no matter what, asleep or not. Yeah, but also sometimes you feel disconnected from your intuition. Well, motherfucker, you're using it too damn much. You know, you shut yourself down, or you start comparing your spiritual path with other people. You start feeling inadequate in yourself. When you start doing that, there's something going on there, and it's not you being attacked, and it's not you going into a slump or anything like that. What it is you're wearing yourself the fuck out. Okay. You don't need to be fixed. You need to rest. And that's basically it right there. So with that, you do need to know how to expose the truth if you don't know what's going on with you. So we do have some ways to to expose truth through spells or through meditation, okay? And we'll bring those up later, but I want to go into something else, which is closure.
Ooh.
Closure, like, you know, it's not literally a door that closes, you know what I mean? Or a cord that cuts. It is an inner release, and that's all it is. So using closure as, oh, I need closure. No, you don't need closure, okay? What you need to do is accept what is. And that's, you know, closure is not going to happen through conversations. Conversations could go on forever with clarity, because I'm that way. Like, if I don't understand something, you're going to sit here and talk to me for a motherfucking month if you have to, over the same old thing. And if you have to reword it in different ways for me to understand it, and not because I'm dumb, but because I want to feel it in my gut that I'm understanding exactly what you mean. You know, so yeah, conversations don't bring closure, okay? They bring understanding sometimes, most of the time, but not closure. And then
me and I just go dead. I'm like,
you just turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awful. You guys have seen me do that, so it's.
I've seen her do it plenty of times, you know, and neither one is good for your spirit. Neither one is good for your mental health or your emotional health. Yeah, you've got to take the reins and the ownership of yourself, you guys, and just accept what is without the answers. And you're going to accept it when you're tired of it, when you're just tired, okay, of dealing with whatever it is. And I go into relationships because that's what most people can connect with, is the closure in a relationship, you know. Well, I don't know, what if he comes back? I don't want to move on. I'm scared to move. No, bitch, move. You know what I mean?
Move.
It doesn't matter what you do. It is not going to stop destiny from forming or what is meant to happen.
What's meant to be will be.
Yes.
What's yours is meant to be, or how does that work? I don't know.
Yes, exactly that. And I know you said it right.
Okay, I was like, I got
it. You said it perfectly, Miranda. You know, so with that, you just want to just keep going with your life. And yes, it's gonna hurt. Any type of closure hurts because you're used to one thing and now you're shutting it off. Most people do open other doors, but no, give yourself rest time. This is another time for rest.
This doesn't mean go hop
go hop on the dick train. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Believe me. You know, when you're ready, yeah, then it's fine. But give yourself that time so you're not fucking yourself up even more, because you will when you mix unclosed doors with different people's sexual demons and crazy emotions. Yeah, you're just going to put yourself in a spiral downhill, and all the work you put into yourself is going to amount to nothing. You know, so you've got to be very careful when it comes to closure. And like I said, there's other types of closure. It's not just relationship. This is closure from one phase to another. You know, a lot of my friends right now are going through the change, the woman change, okay, with menopause. And Miranda's still a youngster over here, so she's not going through that yet. And I don't believe I am yet either, but motherfucker, sometimes I feel like it, you know. And this is something that has really weighed a lot on a lot of my friends, because I am at that age, and all my friends that are my age are like, holy shit, I'm having to do this, you know, take hormones. I got night sweats. I can't even sleep at night. I wake up in a puddle, or I'm irritated as fuck and I can't deal with anybody, and I'm very snappy. Well, I'm like that anyways. So I'd hate to see myself through that shit, okay? Like I said, I'm not going through that yet, but that is the closure of one point of view, and that is like, what is the crone, the maiden, and what is the other one?
Mother, maiden, crone.
Mother, maiden. Okay, that's the mother phase shutting off and moving into the crone phase. You know, and
there's knowledge with age.
There is knowledge with age and experience. And it doesn't have to be so bad once you understand. So that's another thing I'm going to bring in with closure, is not only acceptance, but understanding. Understanding what is benefiting you. It don't matter about nobody else. People that feel obligated to other people's feelings or physical, you know, ailments, yeah, fuck them. Because, and that's the only way I can say it. And I am harsh about this because, for real, most of the time people are obligated to people that do not appreciate them, have not showed them any kind of love or respect or anything like that. And you're feeling obligated to somebody who is holding you back, dragging you down.
Or those of us that like to attract narcissists.
Yeah.
That's how we get into narcissistic situations.
Feeding the demon. Basically that. So yeah, it's acceptance and, you know, just understanding why this does have to close for you. And look,
it's painful, it hurts.
Yeah.
But sometimes it hurts more holding on.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is fear-based. A lot of change comes from fear. You know, even the quietness, people get nervous when they get stagnant. I have so many clients that come in here when they have that stagnant energy, and it's like, no, you just have to rest. You're not deep rest. You need deep rest, homie. You know what I mean?
I like how you put that. I like that you said that.
It's, you know, people don't understand that you don't have to constantly be moving 24/7 or thinking or hustling or whatever it is that you do 24/7. You do need that time to reflect, relax, you know, take a time out for you. And this is going to rejuvenate you for the next segment. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, especially like, you know, waiting for apologies. I need an apology. I deserve an apology. You know what? You really don't. Yeah, you might deserve it, but nobody's going to sit there and give you exactly what you want where your expectations are, okay? This is still, you know, you're having an expectation of people that have already fucking showed you that they're not about it, showed you they're not about you, and showed you they don't have respect for you. And you are expecting expectations from, you know, you have these high expectations for them to come and apologize. That's weird. It is not logical, okay? Because they've already shown you a pattern where they're at. So waiting for apologies is definitely, it keeps your energy open. That waiting, and it stunts you from moving forward. It stunts you from eyeing the hot guy that just passed right now. You know what I mean? And it stunts you from just growth in yourself. So waiting for apologies is definitely not something you want to do. You know, seeking closure does drain your spirit, because you're seeking closure from an outer body that is not one with you, okay? And this is where you have to go inside of yourself and find that closure. Once you find closure, you find truth in the closure, okay? And so this kind of all goes into play with each other, where we need this truth. So what you want to do, and I'm going to go into, you know, some types of releases. What you want to do is write, like on your bay leaf, write on your spell paper, or whatever it is you use to burn. We're going to write, what truth do I already know but don't want to accept? You know, and then you sit in that, and you sit in that until you get your answers, because it's going to come to you. And after that, set it and forget it. No journaling, guys. This is rest. No journaling, no magic work, no nothing, okay? The only thing I can do is suggest is do a spell to bring out the truth within yourself, okay?
Be accepting of that truth and give yourself grace.
Yes. You know, stop asking why this, why that. You know, you're never going to get the answer sometimes.
I'm notorious for that.
But why did they do that? Why did this happen? Why to me? You know, and you just have to say enough is enough. Enough is enough, and pull out of that. You know, and I'm going to tell you right now, like, people do over hustle, and I'm going to go back into this. They over hustle, they over move because it hides their grief. They avoid stillness. That stillness is loneliness and oneness within themselves, okay? Or aloneness. Let me change loneliness to aloneness, because it's not loneliness. And it keeps you from feeling what the truth is. It keeps you from feeling the ending sometimes of your closure. You know, and the honesty, staying honest with yourself it's you admitting that your chapter's over, not carrying anything that's already over and terminated, because it's just weighing you down, and admitting that you are still hanging on. So, we do this with a lot of things, and like I said, I like to go into relationships because that's where it resonates with me the most and where most people can understand that. But this is with different types of relationships.
Yeah, just because we say relationships, it doesn't mean that it's romantic.
Yeah.
And we do, if you think about it, energy, you connect with energy and it's very real, and no matter what, there's a connection there. Now, like, that's how we normally resonate with people. That's how that's where that connection comes in. So when we talk about cord cuttings and things like that, you're cutting that opening into yourself away. And you're sealing it. You're closing it back up, and it's allowing you time to rest. And if we continue those communications or wanting that apology, things like that, or that closure because our parents were so bad to us, this is why I'm a shit person, this is why I can't handle relationships, it's not going to be genuine from us. It's going to be that whole pull.
Yeah, and this is where a lot of people have a hard time, because being honest with yourself is probably the hardest thing you can do, especially when you're a blamer. And just know, if you are blaming more times than you're admitting that you're at fault, then more times I'm going to say you're probably narcissistic and you carry some of those attributes. Nobody wants to be that, you guys. Nobody wants to be that on purpose. And if you realize, fuck, I am the narcissist. Like, this is what I've turned into. And yes, it's usually from shit that's happened to you. But once you acknowledge it, do something about it. Acknowledge the truth and release it. Close that chapter. And closing it is changing, but first rest, because you do have to sit and think, with your deities, with your ancestors, with your angels, guides, whatever it is, or with your oneness. Take that time out. I don't care if it takes a month. I don't care if it takes an hour, which is probably not going to take an hour, guys, okay? And everybody's time is different. Sit with that oneness and make sure that you are getting your whole truth, and you're being real with yourself, because people talk a lot about being real about here, and 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what that means. They don't understand what being real means.
And they want you to come to the table being real, and then you're open, raw, and real, and they don't get it. They can't.
Then they get offended.
Yeah.
Tell me where that shit fits in. Yeah. So,
you want to ride or die? Well, shit, we're gonna probably get close to dying first.
Right. Okay. So this is another thing you want to think about, is what am I pretending still fits? Still fits in my life, and it really doesn't, because you're altering your life to make this shit fit.
I love that you brought that up, because that's where I was going to go next. Are we really making it? Is it fitting? Is it really fitting, you guys? Or are we altering shit to make it fit?
You don't want to alter. You shouldn't have to alter, and you won't have to alter yourself for things that are supposed to be in your life.
This is so hard to sit here and be quiet, so I hope you guys are appreciating this. No, just kidding.
Her silence and her beauty, guys.
I'm like,
and then also, what am I exhausted from forcing in my life? From forcing. And, I know this is bringing a lot of truth for me and Miranda, too. It always does. But what am I exhausted from forcing? Don't let me get emotional. Fuck.
I don't think I coughed on that one.
Okay. And I'm just going to be open and honest here, because you know how I am. I'm honestly exhausted from forcing relationships, and this is all relationships in my life, because Christmas, we had a wonderful Christmas. My daughter had to fight my sister because they just don't fucking get it. They don't get why I pulled away. They don't understand, that they're thinking my thing no longer aligns, and so I pulled away from my own and my kids' own health, because I don't want my grandkids around that toxicity, and I'm not going to go any more into that because I talk about my shit a lot. So if you guys have seen the episodes, you know what's up. And so I'm exhausted from forcing relationships in my life. And sometimes I do feel like, hey, I'm a bruja, and maybe I don't deserve a relationship because I don't see many brujas with a fucking partner, And maybe this is what I have to look forward to. And that does scare me a little bit. Fuck. Hold on. I have to put the charger. Put the charger on. That does scare me a little bit, but it's right here already hanging over. I'm not scared to be alone, but alone forever, like, just with what I've been through in the past few years is aloneness in a relationship, and that aloneness in a relationship really fucking sucks. Hold on, we gotta put the charger in. Okay.
Is it back to?
Yeah, it's back. Okay.
Yeah, we're good?
Yes, we're good. Right on. Okay. That aloneness sucks, and I would like to have some time in my life where I do have companionship as an older person, where I myself feel like I'm no longer as toxic as I used to be, and I can appreciate life with a partner. So yes, I do want that, but I'm tired of trying to find it because dating has really taken a toll. Really taken a toll on me, because there's so many people out there that just look at you as a pretty face or a voluptuous body, and they just want to fuck. And that's not what I want, And, I laugh and I joke about, getting in there on the baloney pony or whatever I say, because I say these things. I had my moment where, yes, I desired and I craved that type of attention because I went so long without it. And then when that part of me stopped, I stopped and I thought about what is it that I really want. I got off the dating sites. I started focusing on me, and these motherfuckers are still coming in. I don't know how they're coming in, but they're coming in. And some of them are disrespectful. Some of them you can already tell what they want. But I've learned how to put my boundaries down, and it's cool and all, but there's still that little glimpse of hope that, like, maybe one of these motherfuckers will see me for me, And if they don't, like, that's just it. I'm no longer going to hold that door open for anybody. So if they're going to come in, they got to come in full force. And
what does Angie always say? Angie?
For what? She says so many things.
She's crazy, but we love her. No tienen miedo or something.
Oh. Si no tienen meta, no te lo metas. Okay, so that means if they ain't got money, don't let it go inside, okay? And I am not a materialistic person like that. Money would be nice, but
I mean, you could swing that so many ways.
Yeah, you can.
Trying to say.
You can swing it so many ways, but yeah, I mean, I just know that
if
that door is
they ain't bringing shit to your table, don't let them in your table.
Right. Eating at your table, eating on your table, whatever it is they do it. Yeah, so and that's the one thing that I am super exhausted from is like just putting myself out there. And who's that? Oh, she's laughing.
And you guys are cuckoo.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm totally exhausted from is just putting myself out there and being very genuine because I'm not coming in like a lot of these guys say that a lot of females are trying, oh, well, my bill needs to be paid, my rent's behind, and they're barely meeting these guys. And some guys fall for this shit. Or do you want to buy my content? And here I am, I'm genuinely looking for what I say I am on my profile. And it's just crazy. It is just crazy that, I get the fucking weirdos. There's so many weirdos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me just take a deep breath here. I wish I had a beer. I'd pour it out. This is for my homies. This is for my homies. Well, but, R.I.P. motherfuckers, because I'm done with that shit. So, what truth wants to be honored instead of fixed? And that's another thing you gotta fix. You gotta think about, because with me, same situation. I want to be honored as a woman, as a wife, as a partner, as
not just a provider and a put out.
Right, because I've been a provider to most of my men, and that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what it's like to be a housewife. I don't know what it's like to be at home and taken care of, being taken care of. Yeah, and not that I want that. I mean, shit, it would be nice, but I would still continue to do my own thing because I would get fucking bored at home, right? I would I would get so bored at home. I have to do something, but to have that person that you completely trust and that will protect you is that's where I want to be honored because I know I fucking deserve it and I know like where I stand as far as my worth and my value to any man that would see my truth and see who I am. So
and this should go for our male counterparts as well.
Yeah.
Vice versa, you guys. Your truth is important just as well as the other person's truth, and sometimes our whole truths don't connect, but we can cut certain parts out to make things fit. Just make sure that you're doing it together. It's a together thing. Not
it's a
just
compromise. Yes, exactly, because then you start cutting out the most important parts, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because you start to lose who you are, and
that's usually when you come in and see us.
Yeah. Okay, and I just have to say, like, some affirmations we have. What is finished, may it rest. What is tired, may it soften. What is honest, may it stay. I do not force, I allow. So this is like an affirmation.
I do not chase, I attract.
Yes, I am the money I make.
There you go.
You know, so I'm all about that. If you go on my social media, you'll see that I've been throwing out a lot of glamour out there. And it's crazy because you can even see how my face has changed. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Like the structure of it, and it's not just because I've lost weight. Like there's some changes there that are crazy that I saw. So yeah. Anyways,
I think it's all the hard work she's doing as well. But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to be
it's
get
your
told.
Beauty, not your beauty. Just for me.
It's your beauty, not your beauty.
That's what I always tell her. It's awful.
Right. It's okay. It's okay. We all go there sometimes. You know, so getting to the resting point, I have some spells here that I have a mirror spell.
I love mirror spells.
Okay, so with this mirror spell, you're doing it on yourself, okay? And I'm gonna say, along with the mirror spell, and after you find your truth, I do suggest a self-love spell through mirror, okay? So what you want to do is open your little compact and look at the mirror, and you're going to look at yourself and you're going to speak into the mirror. And I always light a white candle, you know, just for protection of my spell, of my space. And I am safe to know the truth. I release illusion I created to survive. I choose honesty over attachment. Ashe. So, you know, or you close it with whatever you feel.
So mote it be.
So mote it be. Namaste.
Yeah, this is done.
Amen. You know, because
yeah,
it doesn't matter what it is, but you want to repeat that over and over until you feel it in your chest. You know what I mean? Right in here. I'm going to repeat it again. I am safe to know the truth. I release the illusion I created to survive. I choose honesty over attachment. You know, and you guys can email us and we'll send that to you because I have an invocation next. And this is with your deities and this is with your ancestors.
I love that.
Yeah, so
I hate not interacting. This is so
I'm
awesome.
Sorry. But it's okay. You're still here. You're accompanying me and I love you for that.
Oh, okay. I'll give you the wheel. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, and then you're going to close that mirror and you're going to put it somewhere safe. Set it and forget it. Leave it be. And what you want to do is you want to wait until your truth comes out, okay? And it's going to come to you in many forms. You're going to find you might even find a sense of peace where you innerly just let shit go, or where you lose interest in things, the things that are no longer value to you, you know?
And
so
it might come as a sudden thing, you guys. Not just that, pay attention to the voices that are around you. Mm-hmm. We receive messages in unlikely places.
Yes. Even if it's somebody walking by.
Yeah.
And you hear their conversation and it's just enough, but it's exactly what you need to hear. You know, it's crazy. Signs are everywhere and you will get your answers from everywhere. And after you get your truth and you know what it is, mourn it, release it, rest. Okay? Just breathe.
Like me, que puro corazón, and my spirits have to like smack me around.
Yeah, her spirits have to sit her at the round table and talk to her like in her dreams.
They do. It's awful, you guys. Well, it's not awful. I'm not talking crap.
That would scare me.
It's like when you're a little kid and you're getting yelled at.
Oh yeah, you're about to get the chocolate, girl. Okay, so an invocation. If you don't know what invoking is, this is where you're taking in the spirit of, like I said, your deities, your ancestors, your orishas, the spirit itself, your higher being. So this invocation is something that you do repeat, and you do it also with a candle. Also, remember, guys, don't ever blow out your candle.
No, you gotta snuff them. And why do we do this?
Blowing out the candle blows away the intention that you just fucking worked on.
Not just that, it can bring in spirits. So that's what I was always told.
Oh, okay.
Saliva. I want to be very careful with saliva use. The reason for that is because it can change the intention of the spell. But if you know what you're doing and you don't plan on using that candle again, fine, go for it.
See, and this is for self, so I think that saliva is okay because it's your own DNA.
Yeah, she's always working with the self stuff for people.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, I'm like, nope, I've been there. I fell.
Yeah. Okay, so with this invocation, you want to call in your deities. You want to call in whoever it is that you honor, pray to, that you are a part of. And you want to say, the truth that frees me may come softly. Truth that heals me, stay gently. Truth that harms me, do not enter. What is real will remain, and what is false will fall away. And you're going to repeat that over and over. Truth that frees me comes softly. Truth that heals me stays gently. Truth that harms me, do not enter. What is real will remain. What is false may fall away. You know, and you want to repeat that over and over with your candle. And this is just meditation and the candle, okay? And you are calling out to them and chanting. And this is more of a chant because usually invocation requires chanting of some sort. And like I said, you can say it over and over until you feel it in your chest. And that is, hi Matt. Hi everybody, thank you guys for dealing with us. And also, I like right here that we're putting in the protection of anything false because we can get disillusioned really quickly.
Yeah, and that goes for anybody really. I mean, you hear people say, you know, it was lust, not love all the time. And when you're looking for love, but you end up with lust, or, you know, this was me settling, not my truth. So yeah. Yes, and exactly. Yes, those hurts, they'll hurt, but you'll be stronger for it by the end.
Right. Okay, and then you want to, I let the candle burn, like I said, I let it burn all the way because me and Miranda both read candles. We read the candle wax as it falls down, and you can learn to do this too, just on your own. It will give you images, it will give you certain things in there, but also sit and wait for the truth. Let it come to you. And if you just have to go sit by a pool and relax, and I know you're not going to sit by a pool right now, but not in Utah anyways, but take a hot bath and relax. Don't be rushed for anything. We are not going to journal this shit, you guys. That journaling is spiritual work. Healing is spiritual work. This is a truth revealer so we can understand where we need to be gentle and what we need to release and let go of and find closure to. So just know that you're gonna feel some silence and some emptiness. Don't get scared. Don't be afraid of that, because that emptiness is not true emptiness or a void. It is just clearing out. And when you do get back into your work or whatever, then you can fill yourself with what it is, your purpose or your light or love, or, you know, whatever it is that you feel like.
Did you guys see the eyes she made at me? I'm just
yes, saying. The light and love. I'm such a light and lover hater, sorry. You know, and this is where you allow yourself to find the truth, to release it and let it go. and we're gonna scratch that out, you know, and that is how you end a motherfucking year, y'all, like that. Okay.
We're getting rid of the badness. We're bringing in the goodness. There's still a few little things that are attached, but that's because they know it's done. They're done deal. Okay, they're a done deal, and they're clinging for life. Don't give them it.
Yes, and remember, because they do come back. Anything will come back and try and give you that little temptation. Oh, let's just connect that string again. Let's just connect that cord again. You know, so you do have to stay strong in your boundaries and just allow your rest, allow your freedom. Whatever stress, if the kids are fucking shit up in the house, let them. Let them, because you know what? That mess is always going to be there. Bills are always going to be there. You know, all that stuff is always going to be there. You deal with it when you're done resting, you know, and give yourself time, whether it's daily, but definitely from your work, from your spiritual work. You want to take a break from that. And I guarantee you, coming back from this is a growth. It's a jump in who you are, and it will bring in more clarity for yourself, and you will feel the strength within yourself and the change. And you'll know because you'll start getting that fucking vibration in here. At least I do. Some people feel it in their legs or feet. I feel it in my gut or in my throat. So I'm like, oh. Yeah, don't go there, guys, because I did. But you'll feel that high vibration start to settle in, and that's when you're gonna know, like, okay, you know what? I rested enough. I feel good about this. I feel at peace. I've lost interest in this person or these things, and I'm okay with myself. No regrets. No regrets, motherfuckers. Okay? And an affirmation to move forward. I no longer abandon myself to avoid the truth. And this will help you for the next round. Because, you know, we're never done doing this, okay? This is always going to be...
Yeah, you didn't have your spiritual awakening. You did not just microdose and wake up. No, this is a continuum.
Yes, it is a continuum. It's something that will always surface or resurface when it's necessary.
And some lessons we have to learn again because we forget them.
Yeah. And I like when people say, oh, it's like peeling the onion, you know. Okay, motherfucker, we already peeled the outer layer. The inner layer is all the same shit, but in a deeper level. You know what I mean? And so wait till you get to the core, and that's where the real shit happens. You know, so if you guys have any questions about the spell work, about the chants or the wording, and you can also come up with your own. Remember, guys, we're fucking witches. We can do this shit. We make up our own words. You don't gotta be a rap star to make something flow, okay? Use
just
your
be
own
genuine.
wording.
Yeah,
Be genuine with yourself.
I love that.
Yeah, with that being said, I mean, I don't really have anything else on this. I wanted to keep this short and sweet just because, you know, I'm tired. I've been on it for 2 weeks, and, you know, menstruation and all that good shit that we go through, because I'm not going through menopause. Oh, yeah, but anyways, you know, I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, and then we had that technical difficulty earlier.
That kind of set us back. So.
Yeah. And do you have any last words, Miranda?
Oh, I got so many things. No, just kidding. I would love to say some more words, but I think Spirit's telling me to shut the hell up.
No, you know what? I was looking at your tea. Also, when you're relaxing, drink tea.
I love tea, you guys. I am a tea drinking fool, not peyote.
I smoked that one time.
It's intense.
It was so intense, but it had me so calm. I was almost out of body. It was so crazy.
That's why
I
people
loved
do
it. I loved it. I had never felt so like chill. I mean, yeah, when you smoke a joint, yeah, you feel chill, but you're also tripping. This was just a cool chill with no trip, and I loved it.
You didn't trip?
I did not trip at all.
What?
Everything was just brighter to me. Yeah.
This one. This one. We're going to have to switch peyote stories later.
Okay. Yeah, we are. So remember, guys, we're always taking...
Just kidding.
Right. We're always taking suggestions for what you'd like us to talk about. We're going to finish out January being gentle to you in different forms, okay? So next week, I'm not really sure what we're doing.
But it'll be something gentle.
Yeah. Please be gentle.
There you go.
Please be gentle when you're loving me. Yeah, you guys remember I'm the singer. But
and I kind of go in afterwards, but you know what? I can't. You guys don't want to hear me sing. I belted out a song earlier on my way here, and it was bad.
Aw. So what she's drinking is turmeric.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Thank you for saying. I was like trying
turmeric
to say
tea, chamomile, mint. You guys don't remember these things are here for us and to relax and all that. And yeah, Blue Lotus helps you relax. Catnip, actually, yes, it relaxes you.
Catnip tea. Oh, woo.
It kind of throws you like to where you feel a little loopy.
You're like euphoric. You're just like,
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that to take that, and that's not working spiritually. That is working for you. If that's something you feel like you want to do to find your truth and to do these spells and to rest and chill.
Guys, we have tons of herbs, so we come up with all kinds of different tea concoctions and things. If you are like me and you're always watching these homeopathic,
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say some other word, homeopathic type of stuff, come into the shop. We can help you with those different blends because we do sell a lot of the different herbs. If we do not carry them, you guys, we have no problem trying to get it in as long as it's legal in the States.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt says hi, Cece. Oh, shoot. Okay, guys. Well, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and close out.
Yes.
And you guys have a safe weekend. And remember, be gentle with yourselves and start taking the steps to find out your truth and what it is that you no longer want to carry, because people don't take enough time and effort to put into this, you know, where it's really truly deep and for your individual self. You know, you deserve this. This is your power.
Be about your power, guys.
Yes.
And then tune in next week and we'll have some more gentleness for you.
Yep.
Hopefully I'll be normal and I can act crazy.
She will be. She'll be normal. I don't know what normal is, but okay.
Miranda normal, okay? This is where I'm dancing around doing D2D stuff.
Yes. Yeah, but that's what makes her her.
Yes.
All right. We love your uniqueness. And bye, y'all.
Good night. Me and my bifocals.